morning, good afternoon, good evening. It just depends on where you're at. It's your boy Rio with Overhaul Truck Channel, and I appreciate y'all tuning back in. If this is your first time seeing my videos, my content, go ahead, like, subscribe. I appreciate it. And just real quick, I want to give a big thanks to the 4 subscribers that I do have. Not a lot, but it's a lot to me. For my 4 subscribers, again, I appreciate y'all big time. So with that being said, I'm going to get right into what I was going to talk about today, which is chemicals. At the end of the day, it is an option. It's experience that I have under my belt. I did it for a year, but because of things like this experience that I'm going to tell you is a part of why, if I can avoid going back to it, then yeah, I don't want to go back into chemicals. I was supposed to go out to Plaquemine, Louisiana, and it was a little over 4-hour drive. Might have even been 5. My appointment time was for 10 a.m. I got there for 9:15, employee of the month. These guys don't start getting me loaded until 3 p.m. It might have even been 2, but regardless, I was there waiting for a while before I actually started getting loaded. Before I know it, it's 5 o'clock. They're done loading me. For my truckers and non-truckers, for those who may or may not know, electronic logs, the most part with the electronic logs, let's say if you go into a certain mode, a certain duty, if you start driving and you stay under 5 miles per hour, your clock won't start. If you're parked, if you're in off duty or sleeper berth for 2 hours or more, your clock will start, because that's the start of a split, what's called a split. And there's an advantage to using this when you're at the racks, particularly because a lot of the times you end up there, you're going to be waiting for very long periods of time. They get done loading me. I start making my way to the scale house. After you get loaded, you have to get what's then called a certificate of analysis. They take a sample of the product that you have in your trailer. They then take it to the lab to test it and make sure that it's the right product. Once that product passes, then they give you your certificate of analysis. Some of these labs, depending on where you're at, it takes longer. It just depends. I'm keeping it under 5 so my time doesn't start. I still got to get back to Texas. I don't know how long these people are going to take. I call the scale house. How long is it going to take for me to get my certificate of analysis? Oh man, it will have you in and out of here. Probably take about like 10, 15 minutes, something like that. All right, cool. So I start rolling. My time starts. I get on the scale and the guy comes walking up to my truck. Hey man, I'm sorry, but the lab said it's going to be a little minute before you can get your certificate of analysis. I'm like, what's a minute? And he said it might be a couple hours. Couple hours? 2 hours? Like, I said, why? He said, I'm not sure, but I'm about to clock out. I just wanted to come and let you know. It's around 5 o'clock. I don't get my certificate of analysis until 9 p.m. I kid you not. Mind you, I still have to get back to Texas, which is a 4+ hour drive. The product that I'm picking up is supposed to be delivered by 8 a.m. Worst case scenario, have enough time to get back to Texas and somebody else has just got to deliver this product. That would have been possible if they had really stayed within that 2-hour window that he had initially given me, but instead it ended up being 4 hours. Because the thing about that 2-hour split, once your time starts again after that, it won't stop again. Guy comes out, does one more walk around of the trailer to make sure, you know, the trailer is not leaking or anything like that. Comes back to the front, said, hey man, the guy that loaded you, he didn't put the right seal. I said, man, you gotta be kidding me. I've been sitting here waiting all this time, and I've been waiting for the certificate of analysis just for you to come up and tell me that the guy that loaded me put the wrong seal on the truck. Now, fortunately, he was able to go in and mess with the paperwork. I don't know all the ins and outs or whatever, but basically he changed the paperwork to match the seals that were on the truck. That wasn't a quick process either though. He didn't come back out until 10 p.m. I just called my boss. I told him, I was like, hey man, I told him the situation, and all right, I'll be back for 12:30. Mind you, this product is supposed to be delivered by 8 a.m. I don't wake up until 8 a.m. and I still got my 4+ hour drive, so, which I already told him was going to be the case anyway. But I make it back over there, and yeah, That was the worst experience that I had as far as like time wise hauling chemicals.